Hey, I'm Tim and welcome to MetaChat. Well, what is VTubing and why is it becoming so popular? It's definitely not new. In 2016, Forbes and Wired wrote about this being the future of media. What has definitely changed is the technology needed to do this. I'm specifically using my phone. There's others out there that do have much more complicated setups, but the capability to process and the capability to run this live within an engine has actually become easier, as you can see from the pictures here. You can do not just head and face tracking like you see with me, but full body, finger, arm, all motion tracking that you could need. This means that you could fully digitally represent the movement of your body live within a 3D engine. So that means that you can make that 3D model do whatever you're doing. The key thing about that is that you can design that model to look, react and be anything you want it to be. Now, this is a slight representation of me, but there are other people out there doing this VTubing that are slightly different. You could choose to be an android or a sausage like this guy, or you could be the bouncy anime style girl that is super popular within this place. You kind of just have to accept that it's just part of the VTubing furniture that this anime style is just so popular. Now also VTubing, I kind of sit on the fringe of, and I'll explain why. The whole idea with VTubing is for everything to be virtual. You need a virtual body with hands and arms and legs, and you need to be within a virtual space. And at the moment, as you can see, I'm a head on a solid background. I'm hoping one day that will change, depending on how things grow, but that is kind of the rules of VTubing. Also, I think in the future, those rules will change. I think that we'll need to be in a virtual space where others can be, and then present from there with the thoughts and opinions of anyone that chooses to watch. It also means that you could visit that space later in time and watch this virtually. I don't quite know how I could explain that. It would kind of be like having a basketball game that's finished that you could go and re-watch in the stadium. You can interact with it in the stadium once it's finished. It's kind of like a 3D replay. And that's kind of where I see this VTubing going. Now, things are changing. The technology is becoming seamlessly easier to use, and the entry level is actually much lower too. I mean, I've got a phone doing this. But also, the engines for customization are becoming more real. So you could have a photorealistic version of yourself within an engine, as you can see here. At the same time, you could be more creative, have, I don't know, a full mechanical body with your head. The ends are really out of sight at the moment, but what is really interesting is the type of content that can be provided. We could all go and watch a movie in a 3D space together, and you can represent yourself with whatever you want. You can also change that whenever you like. There's no ties to how you look or the way you should represent yourself. All of those things are going to change over the coming time. So hopefully you have a little bit more of an understanding what VTubing is, a little bit about the heritage of this and where it's going. All super exciting. So I hope you've learned something. Please enjoy MetaChat.